Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. This video, when people say defund the cops, now are there corrupt cops? Let me just give a disclaimer. Hell yeah, there are some cops that should never wear a badge. But when people say defund the cops, I think some of y'all are crazy as hell. Here it is. This lady is showing up to court on a traffic violation. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was driving without a license or driving without proof of insurance. And it's probably she had the insurance, she just probably didn't have the card in the car. But now she was followed to the court and she couldn't even focus on her fine because she's being followed by her child's father, who she say keep getting away with domestic violence. They keep throwing it out. She said one time she had a head crack, her cranium was cracked, and he got away. So the judge is like, we really can't rule on this because we got to put it on a docket like the TPO. But in hindsight, we got to rectify this and see what's actually going on because this ain't right. And this is not the way you conduct business. So let's dive into the content. I don't want to give too much away. Maybe I done gave too much away. I don't know. People say I talk too much. But let's dive into the content and I'll be back, with some more of my commentary.
Your Honor, the prosecutor has offered on both those insurance cases to allow the civil infraction.
All right. Ms. Howard, would you come forward? Thank you, Keith, and
Sure.
Thank you, prosecutor's office. And David's proposal for now, while we don't have enough staff to send the public defender down there, I guess we can make that work. All right, Ms. Howard, the public defender has checked with the prosecutor and they're willing to dismiss this charge of no proof of insurance, which costs a minimum of $325 for a charge called no proof of insurance. No proof of insurance means you didn't have the little slip in the car. It means you had insurance, but you didn't have proof. And many of us have done that. We get the thing in the mail, we set it aside, your insurance expires. So the fine for that is $150, and it's not a misdemeanor, it's a civil infraction. Are you willing to plead to no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Fine and cost for that is $150. And by statute, ordinance, civil infractions are supposed to be due within 30 days. Today's August 20th. Can you pay that by September 20th? Need more time?
I can't give you an answer because I have to file for disability. And my ex, who I'm talking about, he took everything from me.
I think I must know who he is. We've got Kleenexes there on the, they
He's
say I
actually in
make
the
all the
parking
girls
lot.
cry, but he's in the parking lot?
There's
Well, wait a minute, that's not very good. Switch that, well, yeah, it's usually on the defender side. We don't make the prosecutor cry all that much.
I try hard, though. I try hard.
We do.
But
Kinda soulless.
I've been going through a lot. My house that I got from my kids' night. He took the money and I have to be out on the 3rd.
You said he's in the parking lot?
Yeah, we just pulled.
Oh,
We got here and he was in the parking lot.
all right, waiting for you?
I don't know what he's.
What's his name?
Jesus Borrego.
Who?
Jesus Borrego.
Don't know him. Well, I'm gonna use this date. Don't worry about it, but at some point you're gonna need to pay this. Have you considered asking for a PPO?
I did, and they, because it wasn't, I live in Edwardsburg. I went to the Cass County over there and they told me because there's domestic that there's a no contact. But we were supposed to go to court.
Where's the domestic here or Cass
There's
County?
been two here against me and my daughter, and then 2 in Cass County. And he's got away with all of them.
where is the charge pending?
There's no charges, no more. He got let go with disturbing the peace, and I don't know why, because my head was cracked open.
In Cass County or St. Joe County?
Both were dropped.
Again, the judge doesn't make the charge.
Yeah, he drugged me by the truck. He cracked my head open.
BORREGO.
BORREGO.
There's still a no contact order.
No, they dropped it. They never contacted me. He showed up at court at my house right after he got out of jail.
Oh.
And it's Borrego Villarreal. Did you get it?
I see it, Borrego Villarreal,
Yeah, Jesus Trinidad Borrego Villarreal.
but I don't see anything 2021.
That was when it first started. The first.
So there were two. There was I think Deborah Davis was still here. It was actually set for a jury trial.
The new one?
The one, it says dismissed uncooperative victim. Abuse and neglect case still open, dismissed by prosecutor. So in that December of 2021, we had a jury trial set and the prosecutor said that you weren't cooperative and they dismissed it. Let's look at the other one.
No, I filled out the paper to inform me with everything that I wanted to be in the courtroom.
I don't know, but the prosecutor dismissed both of these charges in December of 2021. And all I'm looking at is the rough notes because you were uncooperative. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, we don't have anything pending here. So is there anything pending in Cass County?
He just recently just got out of jail just last month.
Is there a no contact order in Cass County?
I thought there was a no contact order because that's what the judge, the Victor Fritz, his name, told me when I went to go put a PPO. He said there's no contact order, but then he showed up at my house, and he said that they dropped it off.
I can't speak
so
for.
I can't.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't do the PPO, the judge does. So there's a lot of here I don't know.
I want a PPO.
Well, I would go back to the Cass County courts and ask for a personal protection order. I want to make sure that things are okay in the parking lot. We're going to find Mr.
He was there
Borrego Villarreal
knocking on, pounding and pounding on my door at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't stop and woke up my.
When was this?
This morning.
This morning.
This morning, and he woke up my girls and my baby boy, and I go outside. I'm scared, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Just yelling at me and everything, and he's yelling at my daughter. And
all right, well, that doesn't have to do with this insurance case, but I am concerned about your safety. We're going to have the bailiffs escort you out to your car.
Thank you so much.
And see what Mr. Villarreal Borrego is doing. But I would encourage you to go back to the court, wherever they do PPOs in Cass County. It isn't, you don't need the prosecutor to get a PPO. It's a personal protection order. So all I know is your cases were dismissed because they said you weren't cooperative, which happens a lot. Anyway, you pay that fine when you can. It has a due date of September 20th.
Okay. Am I able to go and speak to somebody about that one?
Which one?
From the one that they said I was uncooperative, or
Well, it's 4 years ago.
No, to find out what they were talking about.
Yeah, you can go to the prosecutors and ask to talk to the victim advocate here at the courthouse.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you.
I'll find out what's going on there. I don't like the whole sound of that. All right, your case was the same charge, and the prosecutors made the same plea offer to dismiss the no insurance for a plea to no proof of insurance, which carries a $150 fine and is a civil infraction. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
last I knew that I had insurance, and I never got a notification that it lapsed. So, and
Well,
bad
then
on my
this
part,
probably
but-
would be an appropriate no proof of insurance. Because you couldn't prove to the policeman you had insurance.
I had a card in my vehicle, but the officer said when she ran, she said that I had no insurance. So I said, I got a card, and I showed it to her, but evidently it lapsed or something. I
It
don't
must
know.
have expired. And I said, many people have done that. Fine.
Bad on my thought. I mean,
All right. Can you pay $150 by September 20th?
yes, sir.
How many miles did you have on this? How many miles did you have on this 2006 Chevy?
Like 208,000.
You got 200,000 miles on a 2006 HHR. I think you got your money's worth. Chevy engines aren't known for going 200,000 miles, but
My buddy has one that's got 400,000 miles on it.
wow. Well, good for you. Maybe in your Wyoming, everything's a long ways away from each other.
All right, so thank you for tuning in to this video. This is a very, very sad circumstances. You're going into court trying to pay a traffic fine or showing up because you did a traffic infraction, no license, no insurance, whatever the case. But the court became your refuge because possibly now they could put in steps, and they got it on camera. It's recorded that if anything happens to this woman, it's already recorded, even on platforms like mine, Live and Live in Color. This guy is stalking her. He's beating on her. The children are scared of him. She's scared of him. She say 5 o'clock in the morning, he's beating on her door. She's coming outside, or maybe it was even 4 or 5, and she's scared, terrified, because she have no help. The worst thing I feel for, especially a woman, right, is when a woman don't have any type of protection. No dad, no brother, no granddad, no, saying uncle, no cousin, things of that magnitude to protect you. And then now you got this guy who's being your sole protection, your sole whatever in your life as far as a male figure. Traditionally, men are stronger than ladies. Anecdotally, yes, some ladies are stronger than men. You don't want to test them. But traditionally, men are stronger than women. We produce more testosterone. So when people sit around and say defund the police, you out your French toast mind. I think you out your French toast mind, because this woman definitely needed a bailiff escort. The bailiffs are extension to the police. In court, a lot of bailiffs don't carry a weapon, but they say the scariest calls that cops get, they're not typically bank robbers, carjackers, are petty crimes. It's domestic violence, because once people get on this tipping scale, they go fool. They go crazy. And at the end of the day, cops want to go home just like everybody else. Are they bad cops? I hate bad cops. And I hate cops that don't check bad cops. But don't come at me talking about defund the police. Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? I think terrible cops make terrible cops bad, but we still need some type of structure in this environment. But nonetheless, it's Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we're going to keep pumping out these